So welcome back to the 1st of January 2028. It is technically the transfer window everywhere else apart from Serbia, because our transfer window starts on the 16th, but that doesn't mean this episode needs to start on the 16th because we have 16 days to start thinking about who we're going to let go and who we're going to sign on for this year and potentially next year. Because as you remember, we have done lots of nice, good things. We've had a busy summer. Will we have a busy winter as well? And don't forget, this is not only a transfer window special. We also have two massive Champions League games to play where we take on Rangers and Ludogorets. And hopefully it will be a Ludogorets episode. Ludicrous?
Ooh, you suck!
No? Okay, I'm sorry. Hi guys, MrSpaceman reporting for duty and welcome back to me with a hat because I'm having an awful hair day. And that means I need to hide my beautiful locks of hair. So, welcome back to the beautiful game that is Football Manager, and welcome back to the best team in the universe called Partizan. And welcome back to a transfer window special. I enjoyed doing it like this last time. Let's see if I enjoy doing this year, where I'm going to be covering some transfers that I do and kind of give you almost a day by day or more likely week by week run through of what happens. Well, this is kind of pointless. This was just here for the fact that I wanted to have a nice little, beautiful starter for the episode. I needed to have a nice intro, and this looks quite nice. Look at this. All the transfers we've done. 108 transfers were done in the summer for the Serbian Super League. 108 transfer deals, 26 loan deals. We have done 22 loan deals out of the 26, which is absolutely hilarious. We are cooking. We are cooking with gasoline. Average transfer value is 1 and net spend is 26.5, and that was from us. But what does this mean for us? Well, today we're going to be going through a squad planner, kind of covering what we need to do. We're going to start loaning out players before the transfer window opens because I potentially want to make some money and maybe sign some improvements. Although at the same time, our squad's quite good. I mean, looking at the squad planner right now, I think we have a very, very deep and good squad, especially considering that some loans will be coming back soon. Like the goalkeeper position is beautiful. We have Lucas Gabriel, who's come back from loan after having a nice loan, I think, to be fair. He played for Gremio, 39 games, 30 conceded, which is not bad. Did they get promoted, actually? They're currently third. Are they going to get promoted? What is going on? No, they didn't. Yes, they've qualified, but they're not champions because international is champions. I don't understand Brazilian football. But he's come back looking like this, and I think if I compare him to Hudikov, for example, I think they're obviously not the same level, but his shot stopping is better. And I think I should start his days learning to be, what's it called? What's the right word I'm looking for? Learning to be a Serbian citizen, because it would be nice to have another keeper that is not foreign, although Hudikov is almost there as well. And we have some good players. We have Gabriel, we have Hudikov, and we have Kalichanin ready to be there. I think that's perfect. We have three keepers of varying degrees. Hudikov, number 1. For sure. Lucas Gabriel, number 2, and Kalichanin will be number 3. Potentially, I want to loan him out to kind of give him some game time. If that doesn't work, I think he'll be happy playing for the reserves. Although at 17 years old, it'll be nice. I think he can play for like a lower league team, so I have two options. Last time, I tried to, I tried to give him some game time at IMT, which, if you don't remember, is our affiliate club. And I was trying to loan him out there. He didn't want to join them because I think he's a Super League standard player already. So hopefully some Serbian teams will bite. So I'm going to try and do a transfer offer for him. Maybe even do something silly. Maybe put 0 playing wage percentage, 0 playing monthly fee, but have an agreed playing time of a first choice keeper. That way he gets some game time. That way he can develop. I hope he can, because game time is important. So that's a goalkeeper position. In terms of center backs and all that jazz, I think we're very, very good. I think there's lots of players here that can be very good at this level. Potentially, my choice is to kind of give David Palacios some game time to be loaned out. I think he's currently wanted. There's a lot of teams wanting him. But now the thought becomes is, do I keep him for 745 days? Do I lock him in? Or do I try and, loan him out so he improves? I think I'm going to loan him out, see who bites, because I think I can make some money on him as well. Let's try and do a cheeky 100k monthly fee. I think he's good enough. And if they pay all his wages as well, it'll be also perfect. And in terms of center backs, I think we have a lot of good depth here. There's a lot of players. I think technically 11, considering the 2 players that are coming in. I am signing Marin Pinti, who looks to be a very good ball-winning midfielder / defender. He's going to be joining the club soon. He looks very good. Already 19 years old, had 13 caps for the Romanian national under-21 squad. He looks good. The squads rate him. I rate him. Obviously, a very, very good player. Good mentals and stuff. And at 19 years old, he's very good. We signed him for the release clause, which was 3.1 million, which is absolutely nothing. And again, he's one of those players that potentially, if he makes it, it'll be perfect. If he doesn't make it, we can sell him on for money, you know? And Jan Jurena is exactly the same player. I think we're signing him for absolutely nothing. I don't remember what the offer was. 1.2 million, almost nothing there. He's a Czech youth international. Yeah, he is. 7 caps. He looks okay. But again, for 1.2 million, with the fact that he has the European nationality, which means we can probably play him a lot more, that's kind of good. But yeah, that leaves us with a lot of players there, and all the way to the 11th place. We have 11 players that can play a center back. I mean, considering the fact that 3 bottom ones shouldn't really play, and I guess Shohei Sakamoto also shouldn't be a center back. I guess that's fair enough. On the left back position, I think this is a weak spot, really. We may need to have another player because Antic is not of the level of the club anymore, unfortunately, as you can see by the role. Potentially, we're going to try and offer him a squad role in terms of coaching, youth coaching, something like this. So maybe left back position is something we need to identify. Right back, I think, is absolutely perfect. We have Martinelli, we have Juan Foyth, we have Barca who can play on the right if need be, and Leonard Steklak as well. I think that's quite good depth there. Do I really need to talk about the midfield? The answer is no. The answer is no. There's a lot of players there as well. We actually have an issue with too many players here. And it's even better because going into attacking midfielder role, we have exactly the same, even considering that Fabiano Monero has come back from loan, who's had quite a decent loan. He's developed into a decent player, and he's currently wanted on loan by Inter and Torino. So let's try and use that. I think he's quite a good player. I'll be very, very happy if we can get some money for him in terms of loans. So we're going to offer him out for 100k with 10k wage percentage per month, which would be absolutely very, very nice. But apart from that, it's another position where we have so many players that I need to think about maybe loaning players out, especially considering that they're foreign. On the right-hand side, it's a little bit more manageable, but again, we have some issues here. Potentially Sergio Barrios is a player that I want to loan out. If we'd be interested in speaking to other clubs, yes, he is. So maybe another loan out, because I think he's good, but he needs game time. And I've promised him regular starting role, which I don't think he can be a regular starter. I don't think he's that good to replace Saldana and Moyanta, but at the same time, he needs game time to develop, so let's put him out on loan as well. And up front, again, we have an issue with too many freaking players. Maybe, I'm just thinking now out loud, maybe I need to think about loaning out Jovanovic. He's currently wanted by a lot of players on transfers, but he looks quite good. And as you remember last episode, he scored a goal against Manchester City. So maybe I can keep him. Maybe he'll be the replacement for Milovanovic when Milovanovic gets injured. So yeah, I think he's quite good. He's doing okay for us for now. But let's see what else we can do. I mean, in terms of what we can do in the transfer window, the answer is nothing. However, I am thinking there are some players I want to sign, and we have lots of clauses that are available for us to sell. So should we sell any? Because we have 4 million in the transfer budget, and we only have 17.78 in the wage budget. So we can sell some clauses. And I'm thinking the first clause I am definitely going to sell is I'm going to sell Igor Miladinovic, because currently Sunderland is 14th, and I don't know if they will actually stay in 14th, because 14th is 19 points. They're not making many points, and at the bottom, there's a bit of a, what's the right word? Clusterfuck. There's a clusterfuck at the bottom. So they need to kind of think about potentially relegation. And if he gets relegated, he will no longer be 24 to 33 million, whatever this is. I don't think he's going to be worth that. So if you want to have 7 million from him right now, that will be absolutely beautiful. And I will do it because this literally covers what we sold him for. Because as you remember, we sold him for 5 million. And now that value jumps up to at least 11, which is beautiful. Samet Bazdar is another player where we can sell 30% of his transfer clause, which means that if he gets sold for like 7 million, potentially, or 7 million or more, then we can kind of lose the money. But I think at the same time, I don't know if he's going to go for that much money anywhere. So maybe it's worth selling this clause as well, because 2.51 right now is good. Belic, I think, is going to be another player like this. I don't know if he's going to be sold for 10.5 or 13 million, although at the same time, he looks to be quite a good player, but I don't know if he's peaked at his level. I don't know how much he's playing. He's playing pretty much, well, every single game for Shakhtar. And at the same time, if we have 3.05 million right now, we can sign like 3 wonderkid players. So maybe we go for that as well. I'm also going to sell Fatikanti's clauses of playing 50 matches, and I'm going to sell it for 338k. I think that's going to be kind of good. He does play a lot of games for them, like he's already played 11 games for them, but at the same time, he comes off the bench most of them, so I kind of don't know if he's going to play 50 games anytime soon, and with that in mind, I think it's good to sell it right now. And again, just kind of so we have the money right now, I can have more exciting things to do for you guys in the transfer window. And, you know, I don't know when I'm going to get the 50, when he's going to hit the 50 games, you know, so I might as well get the money now. There are a few more clauses that I could potentially sell, but I'm going to keep them for now. But the biggest one, however, that I have to make a decision on is the fact that Petr Radkov, I can sell 25% of his next fee and I can get 5.57 million from PSV. The question becomes, is he good? Does he play for PSV? Because his transfer value last time I scouted him was between 29 and 40 million, but that was a while ago. I mean, currently he's played 17 games and scored 6 goals and 6 assists, which is actually not that bad. It's probably his best return ever so far, I guess, in his career, apart from that one time he did well in TSC. So is it worth getting 6 million for him now? Will he go for more than 24 million or 25 million? That's a tough one. That's actually a tough choice. I think I'm going to keep onto it for now because I think potentially there could be a team that goes and signs him for like 30 something million. And so far we already have 8 million to work with, which for the players I want to bring in should be enough. I mean, considering that we have some more players here to sell, I might do it later in the season where if we do need to buy someone, I will. But for now, I think it's quite good. We raised a lot of money already. So you could be asking, who the hell am I trying to buy that I need some money? Well, I'm trying to raise money to sign a certain Serbian left back / center back who has the second nationality of Spanish. It's quite rare you see things like this, but I'm thinking that Andres Baez looks to be a very, very exciting player because he's quite decent height. He's got incredible tackling and technique and stupid crossing actually as well. So he could be that backup option for our left back position. I mean, amazing determination. Physicals are just absolutely beautiful. And he's Serbian. Will he want to speak to us? Because our scouts love him. I love him. And he can go for 250k to 2.6 million. Let's see if we can make an offer for him. Well, how much were they going to go for? Well, first I'm going to get rid of all the clauses here. And I think we're going to split the difference. I think 1.3 million for him will be good. And Radnički will be happy to have 1.3 million. But will they actually be happy? Oh, okay. I could have asked for less. Can I do a redo? No. Shit. Okay, I'm going to make that offer here and hopefully we can sign him. So he does want to speak to us, which is actually incredible. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's start negotiations. Let's go. He wants to be a fringe player. He's asking for 250 pounds per week, which is actually doable. So I'm going to get rid of all the nonsense here, stick him up to a bit higher, and also add a clause for optional contract extension, lock it in for 2 years, give him a lot more money. Let's give 500. You know, we give lots of money. 500 per week is quite good. Let's suggest the terms. He loves me. I'm going to basically sign him and give him a 2-year extension straight away. But he could be very, very good. Because so far in the league, he's had 17 appearances with them. He spawned with them 2 years ago. Played a few games for them in the first league. And then this is his breakout season. He's got 1 player of the match. 6.74 rating. And don't forget, Radnički is a team at the bottom of the table. So to be fair, he's doing quite good considering the fact that they've conceded 36 goals, which actually is towards the bottom. So I think he's actually getting some good game time there, and he's learning how to defend very, very quickly. And hopefully when he joins us, he will use that strength and be like, wait, you guys don't concede goals? You do that here? And I am going to reject a loan back because I think he can help us out right now. Although I don't know. I'll keep him. Never mind. I'll keep him. I think it's good. I was going to say maybe it would have been a good idea for me to keep him there, but at the same time, Well, there we go. We have 2 nonsense offers straight away. It's only been an hour since I started recording and not in real life. I mean, in game. So it's actually, well, literally seconds. I've been talking longer than it takes for the game to load 1 hour in FM. And we already have a kind of stupid offer for 1.8 million from AZ for Jankovic. Hell freaking no. If he's going to go, I'm going to need more than 1.8 million or 2.2 million. But the second offer is a bit worrying because Celtic wants to sign Lachlan Deans for 10.25 million, which is not as stupid as you would think, apart from the fact that he's probably one of the best players that Serbian Super League has ever seen. Like, he is incredible. I mean, comparing him to... I don't even know who to compare him to. Let's compare him to Moyanta. They're very comparable, and he's 20 years old. So, you know, maybe I shouldn't sell him for that little money. I mean, he's also been doing okay this year. I want him to get more assists, but he's scoring more goals this year than last year. There's no way in hell Lachlan Deans is leaving to Celtic out of all teams for 10 million. Man, it takes me more money to sign some replacement for him. Like, Tim is 22. This guy should be a little bit better than that. All right, boys, we have another bullshit offer as Brighton offer 7.5 million for Gilson. How do I say hell no in Seagull? I don't know, but I'm just gonna click reject because... yeah, no way in hell am I selling him. Now, this is a bit more worrying as Villagra has offers from Newcastle and Eintracht Frankfurt coming in, both kind of big teams with lots of money to spend. How much money am I willing to receive from those teams to be able to at least consider selling Villagra? Potentially 30 to 35 million, especially considering the fact that he is a wonder kid, he is developing, and he has some incredible technicals. Look at 17 first touch, decision making is better, balance is kind of there, and he's quite good at ball winning as well. So I don't really know. I don't want to sell him. Hopefully we can get rid of his bullshit at some point and keep him, but if a huge offer comes in, yes, but at the same time, there's no way in hell I'm selling him for less than 10 million. What are you on about? Stamenic, another bullshit one. At least he's not interested, which is good. So, you know, I'm not interested either. And there we go. It's taken us 4 days to make our first live signing for you guys. And that is Andres Beas. I'm going to accept it. And I'm going to look at this man once again with 15 crossing, a very good left foot, and everything amazing apart from the fact that he's kind of weak and he's not going to fit into the dressing room. Man, again, that makes sense. He's a new player coming into the dressing room. What else can you want from him? But he's a resolute personality, which is incredible. And hopefully, this means that we can have an amazing player playing at our squad in about 1 to 2 years. Huh? Another good Serbian center back. That's good. You know what? I'm actually starting to regret my decision to kind of have this as a live com thing because another offer has come in for Darko Jankovic. Actually, 2. And, you know, the prices are starting to increase, which is something I'd like to see. You know, maybe if I can get 10, maybe 12 million for him, I might accept it. But yeah, no, less than 5, no. The offers are coming in for Lachlan Deans. And if I sold some players like Borza, for example, for 26 million, this guy is not leaving anywhere below 50 million. Lachlan, again, do I need to keep showing you this? He is good. He's still improving. Like, no, he's staying. Ooh, excitement. 9 transfers. And it's again the 6th of Jan. People want to just buy all my players. And at least I can see some of them are people that I want to loan out. So I hope it's fine. But the other thing is that there's offers for Milovanovic. And he's actually... Imagine being unsettled because I said no to Crystal Palace. Imagine being unsettled to wanting to go to Crystal Palace. I hate this game. I genuinely hate this game. Can we persuade him to stay? Let's click persuade to stay. Let's try to convince him. He wants to know that Crystal Palace play in a better division. Okay, fair enough. He wants to test himself at a higher level. I mean, I'm trying to convince him to say that we have good youngsters here. Would that work? I have huge respect for Dusan Milovanovic. He believes in the project. The MrSpaceman project is something that he believes in, and I believe in him back. Man, you're going to start all the games from now on. That's incredible. I'm so happy. So with that in mind, we can reject all the offers and Milovanovic will not get annoyed. I am so happy. Next up though, Monero. Lots of offers coming in from him and oh my goodness me. Inter Milan want him as a squad player. Let's try and reject this offer first and let's try and set his thing to be a regular starter. If Fabiano Monero can play in the 2nd division of Brazil and then go straight into the first team of Inter Milan, that will be insane. Let's try and suggest this, and they're happy with this. And getting someone to go on 100k per week is amazing, and all his wages are covered as well. I'm going to be very happy with this. What about Palacios? There's some good loan offers here. There are a lot of good loan offers here, and of course, our old friend Anderlecht want him as well. I think I'm just going to accept all of them. There's a lot of good teams there, some Premier League teams as well. Copenhagen is probably the only team I'm not going to loan him out to because they've been treating a certain centre-back, the French centre-back, poorly. And that centre-back is Mendy, I forgot his name for a second. Mendy, yeah. So I'm going to not accept any more offers from him, but I am going to accept all these offers here because I think it could be good for him to get some game time in some of the nicer leagues around the world. And to be fair, when I saw 9 transfers, I expected worse. This is not bad. However, no one has made a bid on Barrios, which is weird. So I'm going to try and lower his demands a little bit and see if maybe someone bites. Apparently teams can't sign him because he doesn't want to go for a team that doesn't give him lots of game time, which I can respect, to be fair. He could have stayed at the club, he could have earned money, but he wants to play and be better. So I'm going to try and see if some other teams can entice him to play. And of course, a man who actually keeps clean sheets in the Serbian Super League, 9 appearances, 3 goals conceded only. No one wants to have him as their keeper. I don't understand why. I'm going to try and loan him out again, or potentially I'm going to try and loan him out to an affiliate of IMT, and hopefully they can give him some stuff there. I think that might work. If not, that's going to suck. So I was looking through the list of people whose contract is expiring at the end of this year, and we have Ilya Zabarny, who's available on a free right now. And I'm going to spoil it for you right now. He wants to talk to us? I didn't scout him. I have no idea what he wants. He's currently on 45k per week. How much money will he want? 79k per week. 79k per week. Hang on. If I drop this all the way to the bottom, I can't afford 79k per week. Obviously, I'm not going to do that willy-nilly. I am going to give him a little bit of a nicer fee, potentially get rid of the sell-on fee percentage as well. I'm going to offer 65. Let's see what he says. He wants 85 because I got rid of some clauses. So I assume his agent is a bit of an ass. 68. What can I do with this? I'm going to keep the signing on fee like this. And obviously I have to keep the wage like this. But what can we do? Okay, this has pushed up all the appearance fee up, and that's fine. I'm going to remove everything from negotiations and maybe up the appearance fee a bit. And he ups it as well, but I'll be happy to sign a player of Zabarny's quality. He's 25 years old. I don't know if he's reached his potential because I know he's a wonder kid in real life. But in some FMs, he's the best. You know, he's like, I don't know, 250 PA. And in some, he's like 2 PA. So, you know, we're going to find out what he wants. But I am happy with this. I'm going to finalize the deal. Hopefully it comes through. But meanwhile, I'm going to get a scout report on him to see how good he is. But even at the level that he is right now, compare him to Foyth, he looks like a better center back. Less attacking for sure, but a much better center back. What's happening to Bournemouth? Why aren't they signing him on a contract? I mean, to be fair, he probably wants to play in the Champions League, so that's why he doesn't want to. But they might actually get relegated as well. So fair enough. Zabarny, I hope you join us. And moving up to the part of the video where I once again reject stupid offers, Brighton have upped their offer, in fact, to 11.25 million, which I'm going to say hell no, although it might rise to 17 million, which I'm gonna still say hell no to. Villagra, still people wanting him. Okay, fair enough. I mean, the fact that he's disappointed is actually helping us because he can't kick up more of a fuss than he does now. So I'm gonna keep rejecting it and see how much his value will keep climbing because people keep trying to sign him. And offers come in for Moyanta and he wants to join Leipzig, which is not good. Do I persuade him to stay? I mean, he is good. Is he scoring lots of goals for us to stay at this level? I think he's still good enough to stay with us. And the fact that he got his Serbian nationality as well is incredible. But for now, let's persuade him to stay. He really wants to go to Leipzig, and that's a huge team, fair enough. Let's try and persuade him to stay. He wants to stay. They're playing a better division, which, to be fair, is something that Milovanovic said as well. What can we do to get him to stay? I'm going to do the same thing. Convince. We have good youngsters. Can we do it? Yes! Come on, Sufana Moyanta is staying. There's a lot of good kids coming through. They believe in the process, guys. Absolutely incredible. I believed in you. Where was he playing before? Actually, I believed in you when you were in Buriram. I believed in you. I kept you. And this is how you repaid me. And I'm proud of you, son. I'm proud of you. You are a GOAT. You're still developing. Oh my God. I'm so happy. I mean, it's a good day when players love you and they trust you, and usually, unlike Villagra, they actually agree to stay. And Celtic is just trying to unsettle everyone. No, Celtic, go away. There's some more good news. Villagra has chosen to stay at Partizan because Tottenham no longer wants him. Does this mean that he believes in the Partizan project as well? Maybe the boys of Milovanovic and Mujinata have spoken to him, and Villagra is happy to stay. I mean, I'm happy for him to stay. Let's see what his agent thinks he should deserve for a contract extension, because I think he deserves one. Let's see. He isn't, but he's happy to stay. Huh? This game sucks. This game is so stupid. Why? I don't understand. We have 7 days before that Rangers game, which is exciting. And we are doing some transfers out. Things are cooking. We're loaning players out, which is good. There's still a lot of wanted players. And IMT want Nikola Savic. Do we give him some game time right now? I think the answer is yes. Actually, yes. I think he's done quite good for us. I'm going to give him out on loan. Yeah, so at least he can play a little bit of time with them. But so far he has played 6 games for us and had a 6.82 rating. But the fact that Bias is coming in as well, and some other players like the Czech Republic guy, I forgot his name, and maybe even Zabarny, maybe it's good to let him go. But talking about people wanted, Lachlan Deans is wanted, Villagra is wanted, Mujanta is wanted, Popovic is wanted, Vitek is wanted, everyone and their grandma is wanted, and we have a game in 7 days. How the hell are we going to do this? We're edging ever so closely to our first game in the Champions League of this year. And we have some interesting stuff as well. This could be a humongous episode, so I hope you're ready. Have a little break. I'm going to give you one. Because first of all, I just figured out who I overpaid 5 million for. And that's unfortunately Darko Mirkovic. So this was during the times where I was trying to spread out the money and try to buy some players from the Serbian Super League. Slightly overpaid for him, and then he hasn't played a single game since for us, and now Aston Villa wants him, so that makes me think he could be a good player. But the fact that he's 20 years old already and he's not very good, I mean, look at him, he's fine, and we have so many good midfielders already. I think it's time for me to try and sell him on, so I'm going to give him a percentage of next sale of 30%. See if he goes, and maybe go for something like, I don't know, 3 million? They'll probably reject it. I know they will definitely reject this, but maybe we can get something like this. Okay, so they did reject it. Maybe I can drop it down to 2.5, 2.6. They accept it. You know, we're losing a lot of money. I know we're losing a lot of money, but at the same time, I don't think he's going to make it here. And we lost some money anyway, so at least we didn't lose that much money. And Jankovic is still being tempted by Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is trying to sign all my players. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to negotiate. I'm going to speak to them and be like, look, give me 35% of the next sale, and then give me 20 million. That's what I thought, Crystal Palace. I don't want you. Gilson, though, is wanted by Liverpool. And to be fair, he's having a contract extension with us anyway, so I can just safely reject it and he won't keep a fuss. But the most important and exciting bit is the fact that I can accept Ilya Zabarny for the next season. That will be absolutely amazing. We're signing an amazing player, a beautiful center back, a Ukrainian international, 72 caps, has played a lot of games in the Premier League, and he's decided that enough is enough. He wants to play in the Champions League, and he wants to play with us. Ilya Zabarny joined the club, although at the end of the season. And maybe, can I try and sign him now? I mean, he's currently between 5.8 and 7.2 million. Do you know what? Do we have any money for this? Okay, they want 7 million for him right now. Is he 7 million worth right now? I think the answer is yes. And remember at the start of the episode where I did say that maybe we should try and sell Radkov's clause. I think this is why we should sell it. Oh, we can't. We can't sell him. That's a bit unfortunate. Why can't I sell it anymore? Oh boy. I mean, hopefully I can sell some players right now and maybe get enough money. How much money are we missing? That's a lot. Okay, so we're missing a lot of money. So if I get rid of as many players as I can and collect money like this, can I have enough? I mean, is there anyone that will give me any money? The answer is no. Petrovic, 183, 388 for Gabriel. I mean, sure, I'm just gonna sell that. Why not? Trying to get some money along the way. Tadic, how much? 50% of his next transfer fee, only for 310. I'm just gonna sell that as well. I don't think he's gonna make it, unfortunately. Ralic, I don't remember who you are, unfortunately. Petrovic, sadly, not making any money as well. 50 though, 50% is only 200k, which I'm gonna sell. We're slowly gonna try to make up the money like this. Is there anyone that can give us 100 something? Okay, Matias Ferreira, same thing, sell the clause. And hopefully the fact that we accept a lot of things by the end of, when is the next time I can register after this? I think the next time I can register will be in the 1st of February. Hopefully by the 1st of February, I can make some money and I can sign Zabarny into the club. That will be insane. All right, guys, so we finally made it to the Champions League game against Rangers. There's a lot of excitement there, and I think you guys are excited as well. Lots of transfers are happening. Unfortunately, I don't have a chance to sign Zabarny just yet. We don't have enough money. I did ask the board for a little bit of money, so we'll see if they give it to us. But for now, we're hoping up that we will get some money at the end of it. But now is not the time to talk about this. Now is the time to destroy Rangers. We've beat Celtic. Can we beat Rangers? The answer is hopefully yes. And this is the squad that will hopefully destroy Rangers. We don't have to worry about rotation because our next game is in 7 days, I think. So we have absolutely a lot of time to play. So we are going to play with this lineup. We have Gilson missing, we have Estevao missing, Vivieros is missing, and Milinkovic and Milovanovic are out. So with that in mind, we have this lineup, which sees Tim in an unfamiliar position as a ball-playing defender on a covering role. So we're going to have Hudikov in goal, Vitic, Tim, Foyth on the middle. We're going to have Ait Nouri making his Champions League debut, but at least for us, for sure. We're going to have Martinelli on the right-hand side, Stamenic and Villagra in the middle, Deans, Popovic, and Saldania up front. And this is as exciting as it gets. Everyone is raring to go. You're raring to go. It's time for us to smash a team because we have spent a lot of time this episode not playing FM, which I guess is fair enough. We are playing at the Rangers Stadium, which is kind of scary. And they have Cantwell, they have Daka, they have Hardwood Bellis, and they have an Eriksson. Wait, they have a lot of players from Celtic actually, because Hardwood Bellis, I think he would join Celtic, if I'm not mistaken, and same with Cantwell, although I could be wrong. But we have a very nice side as well. I've actually been to the stadium. It's quite nice, although slightly intimidating because obviously Rangers is a massive side and Scottish fans are insane. So hopefully we will not be intimidated by them as easily. The game has started and now it's halftime. Nothing has happened. XG of 0.17 versus XG of 0.15. Both teams are not trying to play at all. So we need to make some changes because I don't like the fact that our team is not performing against, well, any of the smaller teams. They're parking the bus for sure. We have all the possession, but we're not doing anything with it. So with that in mind, we need to switch to this formation. I think everyone is in a good role, I believe. We're going to put potentially Vitic as the anchor with Tim and Foyth on the side. I think we're going to put Martinelli as well as a wing back on attack. And apart from that, I think we're solid. Maybe improve the pace of it. Keep working into the box. And I think that will be a good tactic for this game. The fact that we're not creating anything is worrying. And the fact that this tactic is slowly cooking is not worrying. But I do need some more things from everyone. Because, you know, yeah, sure, Martinelli's not doing good. Fair enough. But at the same time, well, no one really is. But let's see if the boys can cook up something interesting. We've changed our shape. We've gone back to a more attacking position, apart from the fact that we don't have strikers. So that's a bit worrying as Eriksson is in lots of space. Will they counter? They won't. Stamenic picks it up. Can you find someone in the middle? Stamenic finds himself Saldania, who is running with lots of pace. This guy is good. We know Saldania is a goat. Can he create something? Lots of space down the right-hand side. Finds Villagra, who finds Deans, who finds the bum of a defender. And Hardwood Bellis, Mr. Bellis. What's his name, by the way? Hardwood Bellis, something like this, puts a stop to this attack. But Martinelli can put a nice floated cross in. Can he do it? He can, as it hits the post and hits Cohen as well. And that's another corner. And Martinelli does not actually have to go anywhere, which is absolutely hilarious. The man's just standing there with his arms crossed, ready to take another corner. Can we cook up something from this one? Martinelli, we're going to win the header. No, we won't. Richards launches the ball away, and that is it. I mean, there is more excitement, but at the same time, we're not transferring that into goals. So a lot of players are a little bit underwhelming, especially Martinelli. So I'm going to take him off. I'm going to put Teklak on. And I think I need to replace my whole front three. Popovic's going to come off. We're going to put Mojanta on this side. I think we don't have, unfortunately, all the players that we want to put. So I'm going to take off Saldana. I'm going to put Jankovic instead. And then up front, I wish I had Milovanovic, but Lachlan Deans is here. And I don't have Estevao either. Is it worth for me to do something crazy? Like, for example, put Mojanta here, take off Deans, and put Barco, and switch Barco and Jankovic, because Barco can technically play with his left foot. I mean, he is left-footed, but is he good at shooting? He's not, but he can do everything else. So I'm going to do that, and I think that's our 4 subs. We'll keep one just in case. Maybe this changes up the game a little bit. I want to see some more interesting things. As you can see, let's look at this. We're once again quite low, so I wonder if we need to maybe push up a bit more. How is our tactics? Let's see. In transition, we're pushing up. That's fine. What about here? We're much higher pressing, but we're not really doing anything. I wonder why we're playing so low. Maybe because we have so many players at the back, potentially? I don't know. It's a bit strange because a lot of times I do see this. I see a bit of a congestion at the back, which is fair enough when you're playing with so many players. Maybe I need to put some wingbacks on complete forward. But time is trickling away. Nothing is happening. Barco, can he put a nice cross in? Barco finds himself Juan Foyth, who finds himself the post, who finds himself the back of the net, and he scores the first goal of the season. Let's freaking go. Juan Foyth scores his first goal for the club because he knows that the Barney is coming for him. Absolutely insane. I need to drop back from attacking to positive. And this is not the best performance from the boys. I know that it isn't, but at the same time, it's a dangerous place to go in Rangers because, as you know, these kind of teams can beat anyone else. Time is trickling away. 89th minute. Can I make any interesting changes? I think I'm going to take off Stamenic, who's not having a good game, and put Sakamoto on for his first game in forever because he's been injured, and see if he can help us close out the game. Yes, he can. A bit of a disappointing game, I will be honest. I want it to be a bit more, I guess, proactive, but at the same time, Deans is not doing much here, so I wonder if I need to maybe like put some instructions on shadow strikers and stuff to go a bit higher, because I feel like they're not making those runs. And as you can see here, no one's making those runs. We're very much playing in our own half, despite the fact that we should be pushing up. But 1-0 against Rangers, absolutely okay. If we get 3 more points, we will have the highest rating and highest point difference, or highest whatever the hell you call it, since the start of this channel. That's not bad. Okay, so second game against Ludogorets, and like I said, it's going to be a ludicrously long episode. We are hopefully going to secure 3 more points, which will push us all the way into contention. We're currently on how many points? 14. And Real Madrid, Liverpool, Paris Saint-Germain have all secured spots in the qualifier. So if we get 3 more points today, that pretty much leaves us in this stage, and that's absolutely amazing. So without further ado, let's take on Ludogorets. And because I am absolutely insane, this is going to be the tactic for today's game. I am throwing everyone up front to hopefully create some interesting plays, because I want to secure those 3 points with the most interesting gameplay that I could find for you guys, because this episode, like I said, hasn't had enough excitement, apart from the fact that, yes, it has. So, with that in mind, we're going to have Hudikov starting goal. Tim is going to be partnered with Vitic. Nuri is going to be on the left with Martinelli on the right. In the middle, we're going to have Sakamoto and Villagra holding down the fort with defensive duties. And up front, it's gung-ho football with Mojanta, Milovanovic, Saldana, and Lachlan Deans leading the freaking line. Very much not a strikerless tactic. There is, in fact, a Milovanovic as a striker. So hopefully, Ludogorets will have absolutely no idea how to deal with this. And hopefully, we score more goals than just the one. Oh my god, did I make a mistake? I just realized it is snowing. So potentially, gung-ho football can be thrown out the window. And yeah, that's a bit worrying. Despite considering the fact that we have so many players up front and not many players at the back. But to be fair, from this angle, it kind of looks like a basic 4-3-3, doesn't it? So Sakamoto is playing it out, and it looks like the pitch is disgusting. It looks like a very bad 4G. Ludogorets, what are you doing? As Nuri finds Saldana, who finds the nothing, and yeah, it's gonna be very hard to play. It's raining. It's also raining. It looks like there was snow before, and we're playing on 4G. The players are bound to get injured. I wonder if the game actually considers quality of pitch, quality of the weather as part of its injury quotations, because if it does, we are a little bit worried, as we are playing quite nice football despite the awful weather. Fair enough. I guess it doesn't need to be sunny and very beautifully nice pitch for us to play the Partizan way, as Moyanta finds himself some space. He finds Ait Nouri, who's slotting in quite nicely in the Champions League times. Is he going to get his first goal? He doesn't, but he finds Lokman Deans instead, who scores his 8th goal of the season, and this is a beautiful goal from him. I am extremely happy. Now that is football. We played it the way we wanted to. It's the 4th minute. Beautiful goal. Oh my god. And yet, despite going gung-ho, we haven't had any more excitement than we usually do, as Petrovski wins the header against Moyanta, and he finds Thomas, who finds Odenthal, who finds Manea. They are playing good football as well as, oh my god, Ait Nouri is a goat, and he's going to run down the left-hand side. Can you create something? He blows past absolutely no one, but he does win the ball back from Petrovski. He doesn't give up. Ait Nouri has been waiting for Champions League football, and he gets it. Let's see how he does against better opposition, as Ait Nouri once again finds himself in space, takes a shot instead, and Hugo, with the most untraditional save, facing the other side of the shot, saves it. Okay. Moyanta finds himself in lots of space, and it's that man Ait Nouri again leading the line. He finds himself lots of space. Can he find himself a finish? Can he find himself a finish? He finds Hugo instead, and that's 2 for 2. And Ait Nouri is pulling everything. He's pulling all the strings. He's playing amazing. And I just looked at this. This looks like a ginormous shower. What the hell? As the ball goes over, and that's a weird stadium. Very, very strange stadium. I mean, despite the fact that our XG line is increasing by the minute, we haven't done enough. To be fair, we're making shots. We're doing better than we did in the previous game. But I want more. I think the players are doing good. Saldania is a bit chuggy. Milovanovic is not doing good either. So maybe we'll see what happens in the second half. But for now, I'm going to keep everything exactly the same, because so far it kind of works. I mean, is it time for some subs? I mean, Saldania is chugging and not doing good. Milovanovic is chugging and not doing good either. So potentially it's time to take off Saldania and put Milovanovic on the wing where he kind of belongs, and see if that makes any changes. Martinelli's once again not doing good. I don't know what's happening with him. He's having a bad time. As Ait Nouri volleys a pass to Moyanta, and of course it is Sufana Moyanta that puts it away. I can't believe how good Ryan Ait Nouri is and how incredible Moyanta is. Let's just watch this again. I am in awe as Tim finds a beautiful pass to Ait Nouri, who volleys it first time, half volley, I guess, and Hugo could do nothing. Wow, that is amazing. And it's time for some subs as well. I'm actually going to put Estevao on the wing and keep Milovanovic up front. Maybe switch him with Moyanta just to kind of tweak things up a bit. But wow, what a goal. Okay, so it's 2-0 despite the fact that we're still pushing ahead. So it's time for some subs. So Martinelli is going to come off instead of Teklak. Leonardis is going to come on. Exciting. Ait Nouri is having an amazing game, and I think I'm going to put Antic on for his last few games for us. It's incredible that he plays in the Champions League still, but I think potentially I'm going to unregister him after we get past this stage, which we will, which is incredible. And what else can we do? I think also I'm going to take on Milinkovic, and I mean put on Milinkovic, because he needs his sharpness up because he had an injury. And maybe I can do one more sub, and that sub will be... you know what? I'm going to put Jankovic on instead, and I'm going to switch Jankovic and Milovanovic up front. Milovanovic is not doing good, but that's okay. Absolutely fine. He led us to incredible heights. I hope he can get a goal as well, because I don't like seeing this. But they have a chance to get a goal back, and I will be very annoyed if that goes in, as Tim wins the header. Petrovski launches it to Thiago Thomas, who will line up a shot, and Thiago Thomas scores. That was a goal. That was an incredible goal from Thiago Thomas that came definitely against the run of play. No one was marking him outside the box, and that's definitely a set-piece error. And a shot, a very strong shot, beats Hudikov. And we're down to 2-1 at the end of the game. Will we... Is this scary now? Is this squeaky bum time? I mean, the answer is no. The game's over. It's 2-1, and we have achieved the highest points in the Champions League since ever, which is incredible. A beautiful game from us. Once again, we're all condensed in the middle, which is kind of annoying because I guess a lot of players are trying to play here. It kind of sucks, but at the same time, we won, so I maybe shouldn't complain. So, guys, we have qualified for the round of 16 And that means that we are 7th. We are 7th. We're finally in the green spot. That's exciting. This means we skip this bullshit things where Atlanta, Inter, Leipzig, Juventus, Salzburg, Milan, Nice, Bilbao, Dortmund, Feyenoord, Ajax, and the rest are not really as important, are going to be there. Who are the top teams this year? Okay, so basically all the top teams have made it, and we are one of them. That's absolutely amazing. Oh my god, I can't believe we've done it. We've actually done it this year. That's 17 points. We haven't done 17 points before. And even better, actually, I just realized. Oh no, okay. I was going to say we have gone unbeaten. No, we haven't. We lost one game against Inter Milan and it could have been a draw. So close. But what is the time for us now? Well, most likely, I think it's time for me to probably end this episode. We have a lot of time for the transfer window to close. And most likely, this means I will see you guys for some exciting games here, and you will also find out if I have in fact signed Zabarny. We have lots of time between us and the next game, so we'll play all these games off camera because technically the next game will be in February and there's nothing interesting here unless maybe there is, who knows. Right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. We've done lots of transfers. There is still one special transfer remaining here. Potentially there's a bid that could annoy me, so we'll see what happens there. And as you know, we have a chance to sign Zabarny for 7 million. We don't have enough money yet, but if we sell a certain player, we could potentially have him. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was massively long, so please hit the like button, send it to your friends, tell them to watch this because this channel is insane and we're signing a wonder kid / amazing player. And that's absolutely exciting. Hit in the comments, what do you think? Is he going to be the best player in the world for us? I think so. Bye guys.